I am blown away that this is done like this. This is a nice keyboard. The old wooden keyboards I had, none of them, not a single one of the keyboards in the past has ever made it to my doorsteps without warping problems, cracking, issues. This, according to the designers, has been treated differently. It's supposed to have this thermal hardening thing that they explained to me. It's a long process. It sounds like it anyways. But what they do is they do this thermal hardening process. I don't think anything else I've tried, keyboard wood-wise, has had this done to it. Thermal modification, that's what it's called. And I believe they actually told me it's pronounced, I still can't pronounce this, Gweth is the correct way of pronouncing it in Welsh. And it's going to be about $380, including a wrist rest and the hard shell case. All right, the designers of this board were actually really friendly as well. They seemed really cool. I'm very excited to open this up. There's two boards. I haven't opened them up yet, so I don't know. One has resin, but I don't believe the resin ones are going to be available right away. If they can get a wooden keyboard done right, dude, I'm here for it, bro. They packed it really well. I'm hoping the retail cases even come with these too. These are really pretty, like these little cloth cases. Impressive. Oh, look, here's one of the wooden wrist rests. So has this also been thermally modified as well? Oh, okay. I mean, it does not look warped at all. The main thing here that I'm going to look at before we put this together is if this warped at all. Also, this might be one of the first wooden boards that I have seen with a proper USB-C cutout. That is interesting. This might be one of the first. I like the internals too, how you got some code on the inside here. They're the coordinates. Yeah, you were telling me this, the coordinates of where they machined it, I believe. Very cool. So this might be the first wooden board I've also seen with just some like styling on it. As you can see, it has one of those little curves here on the bottom. It also has like, look at this side profile of it. It has a bit of a cherry lip to it too, just a small cherry lip. It might not show right now, but this is hard to do. 23 mil, so it's a little taller. This might not be everyone's cup of tea just because it's a little taller here, but this is actually very tough to do. Impressive. So let's take a look at the next one too. The board is 7 months old now. Oh yeah, you were mentioning that as well. I didn't know which one was 7 months old. That is impressive for 7 months old. I've always had a soft spot for stuff like this, by the way. Always had a soft spot. I'm probably gonna fall in love with this. I already know this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. This one's cool, dude. This is classy. This reminds me of like old furniture, you know, like timeless. This is a little bit more up my alley, I think. This is sick. Oh, that's nice too. I didn't even look at the side profile yet. Okay. Yeah, you still got that bit of a curve there that kind of goes flush with the resin. Oh, I really like this. I think maybe I would have loved if this kind of like lined up with the... Honestly, I'm still not mad at this. The inside's really cool. Dusk number 1. That looks super sick. I'm vibing with this, bro. I'm so vibing with this. I wonder if this sounds different. It probably will be, right? Ooh, so we have a carbon fiber or a polycarbonate plate. So this is one of the thicker plates. These are somewhat popular still. I don't know. I'm not personally into them. I think I want to go with the standard carbon fiber. I think a stiff plate is better for wood. I think both of them are relatively stiff though. We can kind of look at that and decide. Push-in feet for the wooden keyboard. Maybe more so for the resin ones or different color woods. Maybe as a third option, maybe offer clear feet. I don't know if Geon makes clear feet, but I really think clear feet would be ideal for something like this. Sorry for scuff gas. It's okay. It happens. Hey, you know what? I'm just glad? Raffle, the more important thing is the wood seems like it's good so far. I think it's also good to kind of own up to mistakes and, you know, just forgetfulness and whatnot. You know, I was about to say I'm worried that I don't know how Raffle and his team or him, how he did this. Threaded inserts, that is a big W. That is a huge W, dude. Because I have seen people kind of lazy with it, with the wooden stuff too. I was a little concerned. I'm like, I don't know if we're going to cut corners here. Very, very nice. You mentioned that we have to use thicker gaskets on the bottom, was it? And then thinner for the top? 1.5 on the bottom, 1 at the top. Okay. Will do. Also supporting the sockets as I just make sure everything's sitting nice. All right. So I need to find... First, let's get the daughterboard cable. And I do need to find some thinner gaskets to put on the top. We'll do a second stream for this when the new gaskets come in. I'm kind of just using some of my own. I don't foresee it being a huge sound difference. I've done this before and then replaced it with the actual gaskets, and there was no perceivable difference to my ears. I do like that they have it notched in over here, so if you did get like a secondary plate and someone did want a firmer spacebar, at least you can add that with the plate. I don't mind a firmer spacebar. It's evenly supported like that. I personally don't like it. It's just not my thing. We're all a little different though. No, this seems to work. Yeah, perfect. Doesn't seem to bow, and it seems to hold it in place. I didn't feel it shift at all. All right, let's screw it together. Actually, one little thing. I don't know if it's possible for you to do this. One thing I would do, maybe to help with alignment of the top frame. It doesn't even have to be made of wood, but just some alignment notches, I think would help a lot. That way there people can just align it in place here and then flip it over. Not the biggest thing. I'm just kind of maybe giving you a quality of life suggestion. I don't even think it's that big of a deal, to be honest. The more I look at the bottom, the more it looks like a beach. It kind of does. Some water coming in. The epoxy is excellent. The wood quality is excellent. I mean, like, even just the design in this, like, this is just thoughtful. It even has, look at this curve over here. There's just a lot going on to not make this just a boring kind of like rectangle. So they did do some, even the little cherry lip here in the front. You know, everything aligns nicely with the wood. You know, this one here they said was, what, 6 or 7 months old? And even this one here looks like no alignment problems, nothing like that. If this is the example of something that's 7 months old, then I think they have a good thing going here. This is thermally modified. I can't say what the other ones were that I've tried in the past. You can tell it's from a keyboard enthusiast. Yes, I think that's what really matters here. Is you can really tell this is by someone who cares. Do I need to flash it at all? Or maybe I didn't plug into something right. It should already flashed. Let me just double check I plugged it in all okay. Ah, the daughter board's not working. Yeah, it just looks like we have a bad daughter board. A little note for you too there, Ruffle. Huh? You know what helped? If I plugged in this thing here. Don't judge me. Okay, well, that's still plugged in, but not working. Maybe it's the screws? Shorting the daughter board or something? Oh, just this cable's not working for it. How did that again? No. Seems like maybe it was a bad daughter board, but this cable is not working well for this one. I wonder, yeah, is this not carrying enough power to this? I really feel like that might be the problem here, because it's not even typing right now. This is directly plugged into my computer. Could be something got damaged in transit for these guys, but I highly doubt that. On both PCBs sounds a little crazy. I mean, it could be this LED here is dead, causing the whole thing to not work, because now it's brighter. I don't know what's going on with it. I think this is drawing way too much power somehow, because the other PCB, which has no switches, isn't even powering on. But it's okay. For now, what we're going to do is we're just going to screw this back in, and we will troubleshoot PCBs afterwards. I'm trying to think. Maybe it is something to do with like just power draw. Maybe the Apple computer is just not like liking it for some reason, but Windows accepted it. I'm not sure. But very valuable info, I think. Would I say this is a major problem? I think for now it is. But I don't think it's something that's groundbreaking. Like, I think this could probably be a rather simple fix of just getting the PCBs right. I'm not sure what's going on here, but I think... I mean, this side's fine. This side is unfortunately catching on the inside here, but I'm not sure if it's an alignment issue. Yeah, this is shifted too much. No, it doesn't look like warp. It just looks like the alignment's not 110% here. Yeah, this is too close. You can kind of hear it scratching. Yeah, wood's a tricky one. Wood's a tricky one to get right. I wonder if it's just the epoxy. You know, I really don't feel like it's the case in this case. I kind of just feel like it's the alignment of the... I'm genuinely interested in wooden keyboards. I know they're super difficult to get right. So this is genuinely a lot of fun for me. Oh, there is some play with this that goes back and forth. We might have to get this like right aligned. So there needs to be some better way to kind of help guide the plate in here. Let's just put one screw on for now. So that works fine. Okay, so it's the plate not aligning very well. For alignment of the plate so it doesn't shift around, you include some sort of like taco bumper system, something like that, you know what I mean? I genuinely think this looks gorgeous. This is so pretty. I like I said, I really want to see this succeed. So just to go over everything one last time here, because I really like this board. It has some problems. Right now, I think we'll talk about the negative first. I think the alignment needs to be reworked for how the plate and PCB sit inside there. I think the tolerances of this particular case, we'll try the other case too quickly, but I think they just need to be opened up a bit, which again is not really a bad thing per se. Like this is obviously a prototype project. It does seem like the plate is sitting like this right now. And I don't know if that's just the inside alignment not working with us. I did try my hardest to kind of make this aligned, but it doesn't seem to want to align properly. I don't know if you guys can spot that. It's opened up more here, less here, and then more here, less here. So it just kind of looks like this whole plate combo just needs to be shifted, but it's not letting us shift it, which is fine for now. We can deal with it. It has a lot of good things going for it though. Oh, and the PCB. Something's up with this PCB when it comes to, what's it called? The power or something going on with it that's not allowing us to turn this on the Mac. I'll double check on the Windows computer. I'm just not sure what's going on. Some positives for this board though, there's a lot. This is probably the first wooden board I've seen with push and feet, and I think that matters a lot in this case, because if you don't want to use these anymore, or maybe the adhesive's going, you're not going to damage the wood or the keyboard. It's not like metal where you can just kind of wipe it off and use some chemicals. This particular one has resin. There's one without resin, but I think this is a gorgeous keyboard. It does have some fun shapes to it too. Like as you guys can see by the light over here, it has a bit of a curve, and then it has a bit of a curve here in the back. So it's not just a box on wedge type thing. This has some character, in terms of its design. It even has a small little cherry lip. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's a very small cherry lip. In terms of aesthetics on the top, bigger forehead and chin. I really like that in keyboards. I think it always makes it look classy. A little bit thicker on the side bezels over here, but still works fine. You can even see some of where these screw in. I don't know if you guys can catch that right over there. I think that's a nice touch on this particular board, but it is using threaded inserts, which is wonderful. The wood, again, they told me this was a 6 or 7 month old case, and I didn't see any sort of warping, anything like that on this guy. So maybe we'll swap the internals here afterwards, but this is a promising project with some stuff I would personally really kind of look into and just kind of deep dive into it. But let's see what it sounds like. We're using Go Polar, I believe these are the yin switches. I don't know if these are yin or yang. And the carbon fiber plates. Those are some supple alphas, dude. GMK keycaps on this, and I did lube these switches. I had to go back and lube them. These are really early SWK ones, I believe. There's like barely any lube on them. I want to try a more toned down spacebar, because SWK switches are allowed. This sounds real nice. There's like a almost not like it's a resonance, but it's a wooden resonance, which is unique. You don't really get that with boards, right? I want to try an Obscura, because I want it still to be long pole, but a little bit more subtle here. I don't know if it matches the rest of these alphas. I think it kind of does. I really like this. It's loud. We're using long pole switches, but it really does like something special to the sound signature here, don't you think? It's weird. It kind of sounds wooden, right? It's really expensive for the resin one. We're about to switch it into this case right now. Like I'm literally about to do that. Genuinely impressed with the way this sounds. Now this one here is expensive. This one here is going to be $380, which is also expensive, but I mean, you know what? If they can nail this project and get all these little refinements done in whatever we want to call it, little or large refinements done. This is gonna be sweet. No desk pad? Okay, here, no desk pad real quick. The classic TL's comparison. I mean, I'm impressed by this. I want to see it in that one there. I want to see if the epoxy sounds a little different than the all wood one. You know, the alignment here is way better. There is a different sound signature though, no? Ooh. I like this one way more than I like this one. I'm gonna swap back to the other spacebar. I just wanna see. The alphas sound freaking incredible in this one here, dude. This sounds really good like this. Dude. This is really fucking nice. I am blown away that this is done like this. This is a nice keyboard. A little tall. You know, the cherry lip is definitely helping here though. It's a very small lip. Very, very small. I like this more than the epoxy. The epoxy looks phenomenal, but it definitely gives more of a loud, thuddy, almost wooden sound profile out of it. It looks phenomenal though. This is so nice. And you know what? With the keycaps in, it looks very classy as well. Funny how the epoxy sounds more like wood, but the wood doesn't. Yeah, dude, for real. A lot of nice things about this board. Impressed. Very impressed. I would follow their Discord if you guys are interested. Again, even with the proper gaskets, you want alignment to be perfect. Honestly, Raffle, I think you nailed it though. This is so close to being the perfect wooden board, and I think you have that one last step to go where it's just really just doing a few minor things, and this should be perfect. The carbon fiber plate sounds excellent in this. See you guys very soon, and good night, everyone. See ya. Bye-bye.